Hi guys, Jessica Shelley here and you are watching Mum on Purpose. So today it's a little bit of a delayed TGIM for you guys, but I really wanted to make sure we had some great motivation, to really go ahead and start our week. So for this week, one thing that I really wanted to focus on for myself was this concept which I learnt some time ago. Sometimes you learn something and then you don't actually realize what it was or how significant it could be until much later on. I experienced that today and I experienced that this morning, and I really wanted to share that with you guys and maybe you'll get some value from it. So, gosh, about 10 years ago now, I was studying spirituality while I was learning how to do Reiki and shiatsu massage and all those kinds of things. And it was actually when I was doing a course on life auditing. So the process of life auditing was when you're going back through your life and finding the things that could create karma in your current life. So perhaps there were things that came up in your past and that pattern is still repeating itself. We go back to the problem and then we work through it. We work out what cycles were going on so then we could end those cycles, start some new thoughts we intentionally, put ahead. And, that was the basis of auditing. You might need to do several sessions until you kind of figure out you're in a happy place about, the direction you're going, or you feel like you don't have any of that old programming going on or anything like that. But whenever we were doing like a life audit and we were needing to read somebody and read their energy and understand exactly where they were coming from, if they had a problem at the moment, which was at the forefront of their being, like something was going on with their finances, they had some big explosion at home, they were having a fight with a spouse, with a loved one, that would always take priority. So it would be very difficult to work back and see actually the motivation they wanted to come from, or go back to the source of all of these issues that maybe are affecting them, because they have this big thing happening right in front of them. And the only way I guess I can explain this is I'll share my story from this morning. So, we've got, we have some big stuff going on at home, and I couldn't understand, and I was finding it so hard to become the person that I wanted to be. Like, things were just coming up in my mind and my thoughts, and it wasn't playing out well at home, and things were very tense. And I went to the shops just to, I suppose, get some space from it all. Did the food shopping, and for me, it gave me some time to reflect, and I realized that what was going on for me at home was I wasn't able to move into the state that I wanted to be because I had this present time problem here. It's like here. So the problems I was having, the issues I was having at home is so far in front of me. I couldn't see anything else, and I couldn't see the person I wanted to be. And I couldn't see how I could get from where I was to where I wanted to be. And another concept that we kind of learn is, perception is projection. So what I understand in my reality isn't necessarily what's going on, because how I perceive things, I'm also projecting them. So because of this thing that was going on in front of me, I was perceiving things a certain way. And because I understood them to be a certain way, what I was projecting and what I was saying and what I was seeing and how I was interpreting the situation was way skewed from what was actually happening. This could happen in so many different reasons. Maybe you've got financial problems and it's all that you can think about. And so then when you're going out, it seems to be all that's popping up from you, and you can't seem to get to the places that you want to be, even if they're not necessarily related. Like, say you want to do more drawing, or you want to do more dancing, or you want to go for a walk even. That might be difficult because there's present time problems right here crippling you. Maybe it's not financial problems. Maybe there's somebody in your family that's really sick, and that's what you're dealing with. And you just can't get past it. And so you want to do all of these other things, but it seems impossible because you can't see past it. You know you want to be there, but the step from where you are to where you need to go, it's blocked by this present time problem. So how do you get rid of this? And how do you move around it to make some progress to where you want to be? I'll share another story with you guys. I did a psychic development course and I was going on as an apprentice at this psychic fair, and the person I was watching, learning from as they were doing their readings, she had this lady come up and she found it very difficult to read this lady, and so did I. We were giving this lady's reading, but she was having an issue with her daughter. So the question she was asking, we couldn't actually see past because that's the energy that she was giving out. So we were able to, tell her how this problem started with her daughter. We were able to tell her the motivations, maybe what her daughter was feeling, and all those kinds of things. But as she came back, she was very unhappy with her reading because it was all about her present time problem. It was all about the issue that she had with her daughter. And it's funny because I guess the thing that we were trying to get across is once she came back, because she came back and she ended up getting a second reading to answer the questions that she was after. But when she came back and she'd acknowledged that she had this problem there, and then it was stopping her from making progress in her life, all of a sudden it became easier to see all the other stuff. So for me this morning, I acknowledged and I thought, wow, now that I've got some space, I can see that the thing that was blocking me to where I want to be and to acting in accordance to the way that I want to act is this present time problem that's in the forefront of my mind. And now that I acknowledge that this is what's going on, I can understand it and I can see it. And now I can accurately make movements, make progress to the way I want to be. Because now I'm no longer perceiving everything that's going into my mind through this funnel of, this present time problem that I'm having. I don't have to filter everything through that. I know that that's there. I can move that to the side, and then I can start trying to actively process things in the way closer to the way that they actually are. Does that make sense? I don't know if that just came out completely cuckoo, and now you think like I'm off to the fairies and stuff. I don't care. It's something that I did. I'm all about spirituality. That was my thought on that, and I wanted to just share that with you guys because I thought it was important, because all I can do is share with you guys, I guess, the journey that I've been on, and hope that maybe through some of the stuff that I've experienced that maybe it's coming up for you too, and hopefully by sharing it you get to understand and maybe apply it to your life. I've got a blowfly right behind the camera, so especially when you have a lot of present time problems called 3 children and laundry and stuff like that. Yeah, don't ask me if I can read your mind or know the lotto numbers. It doesn't work like that.